Welcome back. In this session, we are going to discuss the third scenario. Let's assume that our requirement is to delete the file from the source location as soon as the copy has succeeded. This is effectively a move rather than a copy. Unfortunately, ADF doesn't have a move activity, but you can follow the copy activity with the delete activity to achieve that. Let's switch over to the Data Factory and see how that's done. Okay, here we are in the Data Factory and this is our pipeline. So we want to add a delete activity to execute as soon as the copy has finished. As we know, now we move the delete activity under the if condition, so that is in a true case. So let's click on that one. So we got the copy activity and we need to add a delete activity at the end of this. So delete activity can be found under the General tab here, and if you drag it over, delete, and then I'm going to call mine as delete source file. And then if you switch over to the source tab, you can choose the dataset. Our dataset is DS population raw GZ, and you can do recursive deletes. But if you're specifying a folder, then that'll be applicable. But in our case, actually it's just a file, but you can leave it as it is. And logging settings, you can enable logging if you want that too, and then it will write the list of the files being deleted into another storage account. But we can untick it because we don't really want it in this case. But if you wanted it, you tick that. And then you need to specify your storage account name. It can either be a data lake storage or a standard storage account. And then it'll just put your logging information there. But in our case, I'm going to just untick it, keep it simple. And that's everything done with the delete activity. But now you need to link the two together. So we are going to make the copy delete activity dependent on the copy activity. So that's done. Let's go back to the pipeline and run debug. But before that, let's go back to the Storage Explorer and make sure the file's there. So this is the file we are going to delete once that's been copied. So I'm going to run that now. Let's do debug, and it's running. As you can see, all the activities have now finished and the delete followed the copy activity. And if we switch over to the Azure Storage Explorer, the file should have disappeared. So that's the file we wanted to delete. Let's do a refresh. And that's now gone. So the delete activity has deleted the files, and next day, when the source system puts the file again, we'll process that file and we'll delete it at the end of it. Let's switch over to the Data Factory and publish our changes so that they're saved in the Data Factory now. And that's the end of the session. I'll see you in the next one.